Welcome, everyone. Today, my guest is Andy Oy. Andy's from AB Business Support Services, and she's going to talk to us about her business and what she does and how it can work for you. Andy, welcome to the show.
Hi, Wayne. Thank you for inviting me to Outsourcing Fit. This is actually a perfect time for us to explore expanding our business. AB Business Support Services is a pretty young outsourcing company. So we've been in this industry for 3 years now, and what we mainly do is support businesses in finance and accounting. We have a chunk of our team is doing finance and accounting, like accounts receivable, accounts payable, travel and expense for a couple of companies in the Europe and US. And we also do customer support, email, chat, phone support for a company in the US. So that's basically what we do. We're a small team. We're just less than 50 as of the moment.
It's always interesting, Andy. I come from Australia, and when I hear people in the Philippines talk about a small team of 50, for anyone in Australia, 50 employees is a pretty big business. But
Oh,
of course, in the Philippines, 50's still a reasonable sized business, but there are some BPOs here that have tens of thousands of people. And outsourcing itself here, or if you prefer, uh, onshoring or nearshoring or virtual assistants or remote staff. There's many names for it, but the idea of employing staff in the Philippines to work for your business in America or Australia or elsewhere in the world is relatively new when you get outside of call centers. Call centers have been here in the Philippines for, I don't know, 30, 40 years. But for small businesses, it was really only practicable after the cloud came along. And when the cloud came along, of course, you didn't have to have your accounting server in your office. You could have your accounts on a server anywhere in the world. So you've started in 2022, did I read?
yes.
And if you've got to 50 staff in that short period of time, you've been doing very well. What do you think the differences are that make you different to the other BPOs and that have allowed you to do so well?
Well, yeah. With the clients that we have right now, we mainly focused on them. We offer them flexibility. Um, because whenever there's an urgent need, we immediately supply them with teams. We make sure that those people followed a rigid hiring process before we submit it to the clients, and then they
Right.
actually do the final interview. And just last week, the client sent me an email. They wanted 5 people. Like in 24 hours, I sent them a couple of people that we've actually interviewed right away. I'm very focused with the business right now. Whenever they send us a chat message to me, I respond right away and talk to my team. Hey, check our roster. Let's see who's fit for the role. And we immediately call them. So we're very focused with our clients right now because we're still small. And when we expand, that's how I still want to, how tight I am with the clients.
That's a fundamental secret, isn't it? Just
Yeah,
being responsive to your clients.
yeah, you know what? Being responsive to the clients, that's very important to me because I want, whenever I talk to my vendors as well, I want them to respond right away to me. So I really value the time of our clients. So responding to them right away, I know that they would really like it. They would appreciate it.
Now, I know from our chat before we started recording that you've been paying a lot of attention to AI. Um, how do you see artificial intelligence impacting the business? I mean, I know everyone's talking about it, and everyone's expecting it to have an impact, but no one's quite sure what it's going to be. What do you see the impacts being?
Well, I don't treat it as a threat because we actually integrate AI into our operations. And over the last year, I've also been enrolling in AI classes just to keep us up to date. So the goal of AI is to help our partner businesses grow without adding additional costs in hiring more people. And everything that is automated, that has less errors rather than hiring more people with more human errors. I'm all for AI right now, but at the end of the day, they still need people to make sure that any escalations, any complex task would still be handled by a human. At the end of the day, especially in customer support, those customers still want to talk to real humans. So if there's a need to handle those escalations, we still have people to handle them. So the way I see it, AI doesn't replace people, it supports them. So that's how I
Yeah,
see it. I don't
yeah,
treat it as a threat.
yeah. That's an interesting view. I don't view it as a threat either. I use it every day in my business, but
Yeah.
I talk to lots of BPOs, and I have an idea of how the industry as a whole is seeing it. I don't think most BPOs are seeing it as a threat. Um, uh, One of the things that I think is relatively easy for AI to do, and it's going to get better at it, is wordsmithing and creating documents and doing all that sort of stuff. Connecting it to an existing business process is a bit more complicated, but there'll be a round of automation, and we might move towards the AIs that are more able to do things independently. But I think that's quite a ways off yet. For me, the industry that has the best handle on business processes, the people who know the most about how businesses operate, is the BPO sector, because
Yeah.
the BPO sector's taken over those processes and trained their staff in how to do it and worked in it. And I think AI will just be a piece of that puzzle. And the BPO industry, I think, is very well placed to use that as a tool very effectively.
Yeah, absolutely. So, even one of my clients, I've been with that client for 5 years now. They initially hired myself and then they added people coming from my team. What we actually did, I was the one who led the creation of AI agents. So,
Right.
mundane questions, easy to answer questions. We've already set that up using AI. And then any escalations, we escalated to a live agent.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's happening quite a lot. Um, when you look at your client base and you look at the people who you would like to have as clients, and um, I'm sure we don't have tens of thousands of people listening to us because we're only a little podcast, but we do have some people listen to us who are potential prospects for outsourcing. What are their characteristics? Do you go looking for big businesses or small businesses? Can businesses be too small for you? Can they be too big? And what sort of industries are they likely to be in?
Okay. So, right now, our specialization is actually in finance and accounting and customer support. We also do tech support and social media management
Hmm.
because the leadership that I've hired actually came from big BPO companies with the same background.
Right.
Yeah. So, but right now, since we're small, we wanted to support small businesses, small to medium sized businesses. But if there's an opportunity for us to get big companies, we will take on those challenges as well. I won't say no to a challenge.
that's that's good to hear, and it's often the case. Um, and what's your priority going to be in 2026, Sandy?
Yeah, so for the past 3 years, we're just mainly focused in our existing clients. We never focused in marketing, but in 2026, we're doing our marketing so that we could showcase AB business support services and expand our team because a lot of people are asking when am I going to expand the business? And for 2026, we've already built our marketing team, sales team. So looking forward to the expansion. I'm really excited.
Well, it's good to be excited. Running your own business is, I think, a mix of um, sheer exhaustion and stark terror.
Yeah.
There never seems to be a happy middle ground. Um, Andy, there'll be people listening to us now who have heard you and might want to get in touch. What's the best way for them to reach out to you?
Yeah, so they can send us an email at contact at abalphabravo dash businesssupport.com, or they can check out our website ab dash businesssupport.com.
Andy, thank you for sharing some time with us today. I'm sure people who have been listening to us have appreciated some of the insight that you've given, and I hope you get some emails from some of our listeners saying, "Please tell us more." Um, Andy Oy, from AB Business Support Services. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you, Wayne. So happy to be here. You have a good day.